It was summer in Strawberryland, and it looked as if the berry crops were going to be the biggest ever. Strawberry Shortcake had just brought in her first harvest of strawberries, and the other kids had all come over to see them.
They are phenomenal,
lisped Apricot, who liked big words.
Why, they're almost as big as Tea Time Turtle,
Blueberry Muffin said with a laugh.
I have decided that we should celebrate our first harvest of the summer,
Strawberry announced.
Tomorrow, we are going to have a hot air balloon race.
Everybody began to talk at once. Strawberry Shortcake always came up with the best ideas.
We'll take turns. Some of us can go up in the air, and the rest will follow on their bicycles. Every balloon will have a basket of my strawberries to eat as we float out over Strawberryland.
What a wonderful idea, said Lime Chiffon. A strawberry festival high in the sky. Huckleberry yawned.
I'll stay behind to guard the crops. That means I don't have to move.
Everybody laughed. All that wind will mess up my hair, said Lemon Meringue, straightening her dress.
I go,
cried Cherry Cuddler. She was always ready to try anything. Soon it was settled between them who would go and who would stay. Everybody went home to get ready for the trip. Very early the next morning, the kids met on the open field behind Strawberry Shortcake's house. The big colored balloons were already waiting for them, their bright banners waving in the breeze.
Now listen, everybody,
said Strawberry.
You must pull on the green cord to go higher and the red one to come down. Let's climb aboard and practice it once while we're still on the ground.
Strawberry took Apple Dumpling and Angel Cake in her basket.
Plum Pudding, keep an eye on Cherry Cuddler. Somebody's got to watch her every minute.
Raspberry Tart and Butter Cookie climbed into the basket attached to the big green balloon.
Lemon Meringue, are you sure you don't want to come?
Raspberry teased.
The wind couldn't mess up your hair more than it already has.
Lemon turned her back and pretended not to hear.
Is everybody ready?
Strawberry called.
Let 'em loose.
The rest of the kids untied the ropes. The great balloons lifted slowly off the ground and floated away on a light west wind.
Get your bicycles, everybody,
said Lemon Meringue. We'll take the road by the river. Soon only Huckleberry Pie and his dog Pupcake stood in the field.
Let's go, Pupcake. We'd better guard those juicy berries.
But Pupcake had a better idea. He took Huckleberry's pant leg between his teeth and started pulling him towards the river.
I know you want to go fishing, old boy, but we're supposed to be guarding the berry crops.
Pupcake barked twice.
All right, we'll sneak down to the river just for a little while. It's so early, I bet the berry birds aren't even up yet.
But Huckleberry was wrong. In his castle on Porcupine Peak, the Purple Pie Man had been up since dawn watching the kids. When he saw the balloon floating away down the valley, the Pie Man shrieked for Captain Cackle, the leader of the berry birds.
Time to go, Crackle. Take the others and bring me all those juicy berries.
With one flap of their purple wings, the berry birds rose from their perches and headed down the mountain straight for the kids' berry bushes. Everything looks so tiny down below, Strawberry Shortcake cried. She lifted up Apple Dumpling so the little baby could see over the edge.
Where are we now, Plum Pudding?
Down near Sugar Cane Creek, she called back. But the winds have already shifted. We're going to be blown right home again. Suddenly, Gooseberry humped.
Quick, Plum, catch Cherry,
cried Strawberry. Plum Pudding grabbed Cherry Cuddler just before she reached the top edge of the basket.
The kids are following us back, cried Raspberry Tart. See, they're starting to turn around.
Watch out, Raspberry! You're too close to those trees,
cried Strawberry.
Pull on your green cord.
Raspberry yanked the green cord, and the balloon bounced up and down as it skimmed over the top branches of 2 pine trees.
I knew those trees were there, for goodness sake,
she muttered.
Nobody needs to tell me how to fly a balloon.
Look, everybody, Blueberry shouted.
The berry birds are headed for our crops.
The kids will never get back in time, and Huckleberry's nowhere in sight, Raspberry wailed. Oh, my beautiful raspberries!
I've got an idea, Strawberry said. Pull on your red cords so the balloons will drop down as close as possible. Then we'll throw my strawberries at those nasty birds and knock them right off their branches.
Great idea, said Plum Pudding. Your strawberries are big enough to knock even the purple pie man out of a tree, and I bet he's the one behind all this. The kids pulled on their red cords, and silently the great balloons floated down. The berry birds were so busy stealing berries that they never looked up until it was too late. Ouch! Cried Captain Crackle as an enormous strawberry hit him smack on the top of his head. One bird fell right out of the bush he was robbing. Another one flew away with a screech.
Keep it up, kids! We've got them on the run now,
cried Strawberry as the berry birds began to head off in the direction of Porcupine Peak.
That'll teach them a lesson,
shouted Plum Pudding.
Head for the big field and we'll land,
Strawberry said.
I see the rest of the kids waiting for us.
One by one, the balloons dropped gently back to earth. Everybody helped to tie them down.
We saw the berry birds flying away,
said Lime Chiffon. They were trying to steal our berries, said Raspberry Tart. We took care of them.
Where is that lazy Huckleberry Pie?
Said Strawberry with a stern look on her face.
We saw him as we came up the road by the river,
said Lemon Meringue.
He's taking a nap.
Everybody laughed.
Well, he'd better not sleep too long, or he'll miss the big party at my house,
said Strawberry.
Come on, everybody. We'll have a good time.
And they did.